All right, and now I'm recording. Hello. Okay. So, Northwood just recently uploaded a Patreon poster teaser about teasing a potential new playable SCP. And not gonna lie, I've been seeing a lot of bad predictions online. I've been seeing a lot of people not get it right because I'm pretty sure, or at least in my opinion, I'm pretty confident in what I predict what the SCPs will be. So, let's just run it down right. So, when was the last playable SCP we got for SL? And when I say playable SCP, I'm not including anything that's holiday event related. I'm talking about base game, base roster SCP. So, when we look at that, let me just pull up here on Google when SCP-079 was added to the game. Oh god, this
Or
is
you could watch Royal Mince's
no, no, no. We don't
video.
want to do that. This is a bit of an unscripted, by the way, video. This is just all off the top of my head. Uh, the 079 release date. I cannot spell for shit. So 079 was added. Know your location? Hell nah. 079 was added in, let's see. We'll use the fandom wiki because the official SL wiki is dog shit, by the way. When was he added? Let's see. Mega Patch part 1. Mega Patch part 1 was when? Let's see. SCPSL Mega Patch part 1 release date. Mega Patch Part 1 was, oh, here's the Steam post. Oh, December 17, 2018. You're telling me we got SCP-079 in 2018? Jesus Christ. I thought it was 2020, but no. 2018, I guess. Um, yeah. Unless that's wrong. It was either Mega Patch 1 or 2, but I'm pretty sure it was Mega Patch Part 2, or Part 1 is when 079 came out. That's the last playable base game SCP we've gotten. And when you look at the playable SCPs in SL, uh, when you look at the playable SCPs in SL, we're looking at pretty much only Series 1. Obviously, the event SCPs like 3114 and the Flamingos, they're all from Series past Series 1. But I'm talking about base game, base roster SCP, 049, Series 1, 096, Series 1, 173, Series 1, 939, 106, 079. These are all Series 1 SCPs. So realistically speaking, most likely Northwood is looking at Series 1 to be on the new base game playable SCP. Not just because that's what they've done in the past, like just look at the past, like, oh, they're going to do that again. No, it's not just that. Think about it from a numbers perspective. 14.0 was by far the biggest update in SCP-SL's history. And if you were active on their Patreon, whether you were just looking to see to buy it or you did buy the Patreon, you know for a fact, 100% how much money they made from that Patreon for the beta for 14.0. They had I don't know, Roy, do you remember how much? Because I don't think I have a screenshot of it. I don't know if I could use Wayback Machine. That'd take way too long to do. But they had like, I want to say thousands of Patreons, right? For 14.0 beta?
For 14.0, if I remember
It was like a
correctly.
lot, no?
I know they made well over 10 grand from that.
Yeah, it was like
That's what I remember.
they had like I don't know. They had a lot though. They made a lot of money from 14.0 beta from the Patreon. And that's because of the hype. The hype around, the new player models, the hype around the new heavy containment zone rework, the hype around just all the other additions that they were adding into the game, the new experimental weapons and all that. Respawn systems, the rework and all that. Northwood wants to. They know they have to because they're a free game. It's a free to play game. They have to make money off the Patreon somehow. What are they gonna make a Patreon money by doing Series 1? Let's look at this for example, because the teaser image, here I can pull it up here. Uh, I hope. Yeah, I'll use Discord. So here you can see the teaser image. It's a from Site 17 Keter class SCP. That's all we know about it so far. Obviously, first instinct is, oh, we'll just look at the Site 17 SCPs, sort by Keter, bada bing, bada boom. Problem with this is, you look at all of these SCPs, they can't be playable. Either they're not playable SCPs, they're just items or locations, really, or they're SCPs that don't make sense or don't feel fun to play. Like, all of these are all humanoid from the ones I've been looking at. These are all humanoid, I'm pretty sure. I don't even know if this is, yeah, middle-aged man. Like, why do you like this? Already it sounds boring. It sounds boring. Like, you look at all of these, they're middle-aged, like, I don't know, like fucking humanoid people. Like, what, who wants to play as that? So I think, in my opinion, the whole Site 17 thing is meant to not be necessarily like oh yeah, this is an SCP from Site 17. Start speculating. Look at what there is. I think that's meant more for a cosmetic slash lore purpose because remember, SL has its own lore. In the official SL lore, unless they've revamped it, because I know 14.0 revamped a lot of the lore, reworked it. But in before 14.0, but I'm pretty sure it's still the same. But in 14.0, before 14.0 in SL, the lore was that their Site 19 is gone. There is no Site 19 no more. It disappeared. And assuming that they haven't retconned that, currently there's no Site 19. So you could be one to assume that hey, don't take everything at face value. Just because this says Site 17 does not mean that they're using exactly official wiki lore. SL has its own lore to base off of, so you need to take that into consideration. They break away from standard SCP lore. Uh, for another example, the way they incorporate the reworks for SCPs in the lore is Site O2 is like a research and containment facility for mutated SCPs. That's how they explain the 173 rework, 939 rework, 096 rework. That's all part of the SL lore. As like these SCPs mutated, we sent them to Site O2, which is where SL takes place in, to get studied because they're mutating and evolving. So it's one to assume to not take everything at face value here. So when you take all that into account, the fact that they need to make money, what makes the most money in this game? Hype. The hype. They need hype. They need hype so people can buy the Patreon to get first access to the betas or the information from the Patreon posts. What's gonna do that? Well, let's just do this. Popular Keter SCPs. Quick Google search. Which SCPs are Keter? Obviously, the most popular one is probably 682, which is never gonna happen. So easily off the block. 035. So I'll just get it because I already looked at this. So SCP 035, SCP 457, and then SCP 076. So we have the Fireman, the Possessive Mask, and Abel. All of them, I know I kind of am contradicting myself. They're all humanoid SCPs, but think of it like this. These are humanoid SCPs that are so ingrained in the SCP community in general that everyone knows them, everyone loves them. Not only that, but they're all vastly unique. The Possessive Mask, he's an item. The cool thing about 035 is that a lot of people confuse him with 3114 and say that the mask doesn't work anymore. 3114 is a game of Among Us. He's literally just meant to disguise and blend in with the crowd and then kill people when they catch him off guard and alone. It's basically a game of Among Us. 035 is not that. I don't know why people always confuse this. 035 is an SCP. Everyone knows who he is. You see the mask, you run away or you shoot at him. There's no, ooh, maybe he's friendly. Maybe I'll stick with him. He might not be a bad guy. No, you know he's a bad guy. You don't want to be near him as human. Why people confuse him with the skeleton, I'll never understand. I never understand that thought process. But the fact that he's both an item and a playable SCP, in theory, gives him so much gameplay possibility. It would be incredible, like in terms of the gameplay loop, because it's an SCP that could be weak, but that could theoretically never die, because people can keep coming back as him so long as they decide to wear the mask, or gameplay-wise, the mask, convinces them to wear them. 457, humanoid SCP. But look at how beautiful currently the player models look and how beautiful they made heavy containment look. Think of if they were able to make a good fire physics work in this game, how beautiful that would be. It would be so much better than whatever the fuck is in Site 17 currently in lore. Like, there's like a furry in here somewhere that like I'm pretty sure rapes people. You don't want that in the game. And like I don't know, like what's even it? Like these are all based. Like there was another SCP here. It was just a another middle-aged guy, humanoid who wears a hoodie. Like I don't know. Like who the fuck wants to look like that? No, you want to look like a fucking man on fire with beautiful fire physics, roaming around, fucking burning people alive. That's what you want to be. And like I've already done a prediction video on this. I'm just saying, if you want to watch my prediction video, I had a pretty banger ideas of how 457 could work. Obviously, kind of OP, but also gameplay-wise, fucking unique as hell. And obviously, 076. Another humanoid SCP that's very iconic, that is cool because he's actually a melee SCP. He has a sword. Also, personality slash character wise, you could have Northwood could hire a voice actor to specifically create a bunch of custom dialogue, kind of like how the skeleton has dialogue. The Abel could have dialogue. So instead of it being like you hold a key to talk, push to talk, no, He just talks on his own. He just says shit. He has a bunch of dialogue already pre-generated, pre-made. He could say unique dialogue to human characters, to other SCPs, to map environments, to when he gets damaged, when he kills someone. Like character wise, he has a lot of possibilities, right? Like he character wise and has a lot of personality already and baked in him. That would be really cool if Northwood wanted to explore that. And to just base it back to the whole hype, the hype concept. What would get you more hyped? Just do me a favor, guys, and like read through Keter SCPs in Site 17. Is there honestly an SCP you want to play as here? I'm gonna just assume, like, I'm gonna be real. No, like all I've been looking at a lot of these SCPs already. They're not that interesting. Like they're not that interesting. They don't have hype. No one knows about him. Like they're going to Series 9 here. This is Series 9. Do you really think they're gonna add in a Series 9 SCP no one's heard of? Who's gonna buy the Patreon for an SCP? Like what even is this? 8133. Like I don't even know. Let's see. How is House in the modified humanoid containment? Another humanoid. I don't even know. Let's see. Yeah, resembling Romanian vampire. I mean, that's kind of interesting, kind of big. I mean, not gonna lie, this is kind of a bad example. He kind of seems interesting, but then again, who actually knows about him? Who actually knows about him? Like, what do you think will make more money for Northwood? Like, Northwood has to make money off of this. They want to generate hype for the game, get existing players to come back to the game, plus generate hype for potential new players to see what's being, what's getting added to this free to play game. 035, 457, 076 makes the most logical sense. So, yeah, that's just my quick little ramble video. I hope I didn't miss anything because I was also talking in Discord earlier about, my reasoning behind it. I can just look through real quick if I said anything or if I missed anything. But I think that's about it. Like, I just, gameplay wise, hype wise, money wise, these three SCPs make the most sense. I would be surprised if it's not any of these three. I would honestly be shocked if it's anything series 3 or up. I would actually be shocked. My personal list of top 3 picks would be I think 457 is guaranteed. I feel like I'm willing to bet it is 457. But after that, I'm willing to bet maybe 076 Able, and then lastly is the Possessive Mask, just because the only reason I don't put this higher, me personally, is because I know Northwood is very selective with how they introduce gameplay mechanics, and I could see, as much as I say I don't see the correlation between 3114 and 035 and how people confuse the two of them, and I'm always like, nah, they're not the same. Realistically speaking, I could see Northwood also following that thought process where it's like, oh, we have the skeleton that hides around people and it kills them. We don't need the mask because the mask also kind of does that. Like, my opinion, no, but Northwood is very selective and very weird. Like, just honestly speaking, they're very fucking weird with how their thought process is with gameplay mechanics and introducing gameplay elements to the game. So, I could see them thinking 035 is a no-show. So, really, I think it's between 076 and 457. And my bet is on 457. I would be shocked, like I said, if it's anything. Series 2 SCPs like 1048, the fucking teddy bear, maybe I could see that as well. But anything past Series 2, I would be shocked if they add, me personally. What do you think, Royal? What do you think before I end this little ramble session?
I think 457 is a good prediction because they used to have him in the game.
Mm-hmm.
They had him in the game files and everything.
Yeah, I do remember that at one point. There was elements of him. I could be wrong. I think 035 may have been in early versions of SL just in the game files, but I could be wrong on that. I might be misremembering, but I know for a fact 457 was in early stages of SL. So being able to reintroduce him, and like I said, that's what they did with 079. 079 was in early versions of SL. He was dog shit. They removed him. Mega Patch Part 1, they finally reintroduced him. That could be the same comeback story for 457. They wanted to add him in. They realized, well, not they. I think that was just back when only Hubert was working on the game. Hubert realized he couldn't do it or didn't know how to do it. Removed him and replaced him with 106. I'm pretty sure that's how it went. They replaced him with 106. And then bingo, bango, bongo. Fucking 7, 8 years later, we finally get 457, the comeback story of the century. That's what I think personally.
It could be a pretty big thing for Northwood as well because ever since it's been removed and everybody who has known about 457 wants it back in the game.
Fuck, I just drink water. It went down the wrong pipe. Ow. That hurt.
It makes the most sense to me.
Yeah.
It would generate the most hype.
Yeah, that's my personal opinion. If it's not these 3 SCPs, I would be honestly shocked. I would also be shocked if they do a a zone rework in this update too. I feel like there might not be a zone rework on this update just because introducing a new SCP takes a lot of time. But if they do like light containment rework on 15.0 as well as like 457 for example, that'd be pretty fucking hard. But like I think it's just gonna be an SCP. I don't think we're gonna get a zone rework anytime until 16.0, unfortunately. But you know, I would be pleasantly pleased to be proven wrong. But realistically speaking, I think one SCP alone is too much work for them already. Gameplay to get the gameplay right and all that. So whatever. It is what it is. But yeah, that's this ramble session. Uh, yeah, 457 for the win. Let's do it. Come on, boys. If I get my prediction video right, by the way, I will fucking flex the shit out of that. If I get at least 50% of my fucking prediction correct. That's all I'm saying though. All right, see you guys.
Oh boy.